third quarter. He's on the bench now at the start of the second quarter as we welcome you back to semi-final action from the Big Dome. Vito Lazatin here along with Jason Webb for the second game of the best-of-7 series between BMEC Derby Ace and San Miguel. Ildefonso now inside. He's covering Washam, and Danny I will pick up the foul.
Holding foul number 10, Danny Ildefonso, his first one for the San Miguel Beermen. 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, that first unit of San Miguel really doing a good job of their double teaming. They were double teaming right on cue. Now the second unit may not be as good a defensive unit as that first unit, so they will be tested here. Talked about field goal shooting has to be, or forcing BMEC into bad shots in this game. First quarter, San Miguel 56%, BMEC 36. That's 20% more on the side of San Miguel. That means they're getting better looks, and the defense of San Miguel is holding up.
And that last basket will count in favor of BMEC Derby Ace goaltending. Called here against the San Miguel Beermen. You see Siegel here as well on its way down and came off the glass. But that was made possible by a nice steal. And now look at this. Rico Meyerhofer really trying to send a message to Siegel. So Meyerhofer picking up his first. That will send Siegel to the line. Siegel off with his first.
Free throws haven't been the San Miguel Beermen not shooting the ball very well from the free throw line. 10 out of 14 so far, and a majority of those misses actually came from Gabe Freeman.
You're right. BMEC Derby Ace staring at an 11-point deficit at the start of this second quarter. Here comes Roger Yap penetrating. Washam. Roger Yap, baseline 2, no good. Washam. Last touch by BMEC Derby Ace. And we've got Chicky Reyes now standing by with this report.
Thank you, Vito. You know, after their tiring and emotional 5-game series versus Rain or Shine, basketball fans and critics ask one question. Will the Llamados have enough energy in their legs for a best-of-7 series versus San Miguel? And in Game 1, it appeared that BMEG was tired. But Coach Ryan said that they're not dealing with machines that you can just change the batteries and have them fresh again. Tao pa rin ang mga players ko, he said. But he knows that they have to stop looking for things to blame and start finding ways to win again. Here in the second quarter, he wants them to attack the basket after several ball reversals and, if possible, push the ball in transition to score on fast break opportunities. Vito, Jason?
Well, thank you, Chicky. Well, definitely the BMEC Derby Ace Llamados are in a different place fatigue-wise compared to the San Miguel Beermen, who had a little more than 2 weeks really to rest up for this series.
That's a big call right there, James. Roger Yap going to the bench. You know that they're not really getting anything from that point guard position. As we're going to see it here. This is after the basket. Watch Roger Yap. He's going to try. This happens after the basket. See what Roger Yap does.
Clearly trying to pull on Gabe Freeman there.
Gabe gave that little forearm.
Official timeout.
And the officials really trying their best to calm the situation here. And as you mentioned in the first quarter, it really has become quite an emotional first half so far.
So far, it's the Llamados who have been unable to use that emotion in a positive way. They've been called for 2 flagrant fouls, key guys having to sit on the bench and really distorting the movement of the people on the part of the coaching staff of the Llamados, because Rafi Rivas, only 1 minute on the court, had to sit down right away because he was called for a flagrant foul. Now, Roger Yap, although he is about due to get some rest, has to sit for 5 minutes on the bench.
So PJ Simon taking Roger Yap's place here for the BMEC Derby Ace Llamados. And looks like our officials. Well, this is actually an official's timeout. I think they're sorting something out with the buzzer. In the meantime, we want to tell you about the 2010 FIBA World Championships happening from August 29th to September 13, featuring the basketball giants of the world, like France, Spain, Germany, and Argentina, just to name a few. You'll be able to see it all on Solar TV and BTV. It starts with Team USA in the USA Basketball World Tour. Their first game will be on July 25 at 11 a.m. on BTV, and also on July 26 at 9 a.m. on Solar TV. So this is an opportunity now for Coach Shotang Ginsen and likewise for Coach Ryan Gregorio to get things in order for their teams. We'll be right back after this break. And we are back. Second quarter action resumes between the San Miguel Beermen and the BMEG Derby Ace Llamados. This is game 2 of their semifinal series. Yo, over to Villanueva, down low to Ildefonso, the kick out, quickly getting it to Siegel. Siegel for 3. Meyerhofer out to Simon. Simon saves it for Pingris. Down to 7 seconds on the shot clock. Washam, turnaround jumper, no good. Another offensive rebound by Mark Pingris.
Well, that's a huge lineup right there for the Llamados at this point, playing without a point guard and a lot of these lengthy players. That's why they're getting offensive rebounds. But also on that lineup, a lot of shot blockers. When you have shot blockers, open up lanes for offensive rebounds on the other end, which was done by Gabe Freeman.
8 points now for Freeman in the ball game. Washam against Ildefonso. Inside to Pingris. Pingris. And Pingris not really a shoot-first kind of player. Forced to play an offensive role in the last 2 plays.
But he's getting the ball at least in areas where he can be effective. He's been getting a lot of drop passes. But I still think that Mark Pingris probably still not 100% seemingly, because usually a guy that would really be able to move quickly around that basket. Remember, he had to rest, I believe it was game 4 of that best of 5 series, and that was about 5 days ago. And then now he's back. About a week ago right now.
San Miguel Beermen deciding to go all Filipino now, giving Gabe Freeman a rest, allowing Jay Washington to come back into this ball game. Pingris delivers from the line. That free throw shot brought to you by BMEG Derby Ace Premium Formula. Dito ka na sa Llamado. 12-point ball game, less than 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Jumper by Siegel, no good. Joseph Yo almost losing the handle there. Still a lot of time on their shot clock, however. And finally, a Beerman makes a decision.
You know, it was actually tiring just to watch that. Imagine having to play defense, because that was a good about 40 seconds that BMEG Derby Ace Llamados had to play defense, and San Miguel waited until they got a good shot. And those are the stuff that is really that really takes the wind out of you if you're trying to get the lead from the opponent.
On the other end, Meyerhofer getting mauled on the way to the basket, as you'll see here. And that's earned him two free ones rather.
Actually, in this game, a number of guys have given their help for the Llamados, but one guy that has been really absent has been their import, Washam. Tony Washam, and it seems that he needs to actually go quickly on offense, because the San Miguel defense really has his number.
Yo, over to Siegel, the reverse.
That was 3 years away from a reverse dunk. But Danny Siegel can still get off the ground, though.
And the points keep pouring on for the San Miguel Beermen, now up by 15. Washam can't find the jumper. Go ahead pass, Ildefonso. Easy one for San Miguel. And a foul.
Attacking foul number 14, Tony Washington.
And all of a sudden, this game getting a little bit out of hand for the San Miguel Beermen. Look at this. Danny Siegel, like you said, just about 3-4